Nate had fallen ill. He wanted to start work again, but couldn't. The workmen did all they could to try and make him feel better, but it wasn't any use at all. This meant that Noah had to do Nate's work as well as his own. Noah didn't mind at first, but as time went on, not only was he struggling with the added workload, but was getting more tired and worried about Nate.
You know, doing Nate's work as well as my own sure is tiring. I hope he'll be okay.
He better not be faking his illness. This went on for a good while. And by the end of the week, Noah pulled into his little shed, barely able to move another axle.
Good evening, Noah. I understand that you've been struggling as of late with your work.
Yes, sir. I have to do my regular passenger work as well as Nate's work at the same time. It's too much for me to keep up with.
Alright then. I'll find a way to make this easier for you.
Please do. I would appreciate it very much.
So Mr. Turner went around looking for a new shunter to buy. Unfortunately, he didn't have much money on hand, and so was unable to buy smaller ones that would be more helpful to Noah. Eventually, though, he would settle down on a bigger tank engine, cheaper than all the other engines he had seen.
It's bigger than I'd like it to be, but it should hopefully help Noah out either way.
The new engine arrived at Wington Yards just a few days later, and Mr. Turner called Noah over so he could meet his new partner.
Hello, Noah. I'd like you to meet Delilah.
Sir, I told you, I prefer Lila.
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry about that. Noah, this is Delilah. She's here to help you with the workload.
Hello, Lila. I'm Noah.
Nice to meet you, Noah.
I'll leave you two here to manage the work then.
And so, Mr. Turner left the yards. As he left, though, Lila grew a bit worried.
Lila, you seem worried. What's the matter?
Well, truth be told, I'm more used to traditional railway jobs than shunting. I'm not sure if I'll be able to shunt the trucks with you very well.
Ah, I see. I don't think that should be an issue at all, though.
This calmed Lila down. Lila and Noah began their work in the yards, shunting wagons from place to place. But things weren't going too well, however, as Lila's brakes weren't the best. It wasn't much of an issue at the beginning, but it gradually got worse.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Then Lila bumped into Robinson while she was shunting.
Oi up, be careful, have we met actually? Ain't too sure.
Sorry. I didn't mean to bump into you. I'm Delilah, but I prefer Lila.
Alright then, Lila. I have some work to do. Can I exit?
Lila backed up to let Robinson leave. Noah didn't pay this much mind at first, but as the day went on, he found himself getting worried about Lila's incapable brakes. Eventually, he spoke to her about the issue in the nicest way possible.
Alright, Lila, listen. Ever since you arrived at the yards, you've been making the work messier and messier. I'm worried about your brakes. I'd work slowly and carefully if I were you.
But despite Noah's words, Lila didn't get much better at her work. As the evening rolled around, Mr. Turner arrived to see how they were doing. Noah told Mr. Turner about Lila and her brakes, and how it complicated the work in the yard. Mr. Turner listened, and after Noah was done speaking, he turned to Lila, who was worried as to what he would tell her.
It seems that working in the yard isn't a strong point for you.
Mr. Turner paused impressively, thinking about what to say next.
I'll relocate you to the harbor. You'll take over the work of another engine, which in turn can help Noah. Would that help?
The engines both agreed.
Then it's settled then.
The next day, Lila arrived at Wington Harbor, where she would take over Phil's work as he went to help Noah. Before long, Lila got to work with Trevon. But even the harbour was proving to be difficult for Lila, and she found herself getting cross with the trucks.
Come on, you stupid trucks! I don't have all day!
And she bumped the trucks hard.
You silly engine. Cleaning up this mess will take a long time.
Later that afternoon, Lila was once again relocated. This time to Fensworth Yards. When she arrived, she was on her own, so she decided to work by herself. Lila thought had just grown unhappier, and by extension was rougher with the trucks. This made the trucks angry, and they started to call her names.
You're no good, Leah. You're just a mistake.
You're dangerous.
Oh, keep quiet, you silly trucks!
What on earth are you doing? Look at this mess you caused. We won't be able to use this yacht until it's been cleaned up.
Lila felt terrible.
Maybe I'm not really useful at all.
That night, as Lila rolled into the sheds, Mr. Turner waited for her. He needed to exchange some words with her.
I think you and I both know that your time on the railway so far hasn't been the best. You don't seem capable of working in any given area you're assigned to, and that's not what I was planning on happening when I bought you. Unless you try to better yourself, I'll have no choice but to buy another engine to replace you and your duties.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir.
Mr. Turner walked away without saying another word. Fensworth, who was in the berth right next to Lila, heard what Mr. Turner had said and wanted to help Lila.
Don't feel bad, Lila. We all make mistakes. It's bound to happen to any engine.
But I really messed up. Maybe I deserve to be replaced.
Now don't say that. All you need to do is show Mr. Turner that you are capable of working. After all, work is being determined and thinking that you can do it. It shouldn't be that hard.
But how could I do that?
Maybe you need someone by your side. Someone that can help you with your work. I bet that will be a great help.
But who can help me? I doubt anyone will want to work with someone like me.
Fensworth thought for a moment before answering.
Maybe I could help.
Really? Do you think you can do that?
Of course, I'd gladly help you out.
Lila was ecstatic.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. What's your name?
Fensworth. My name is Fensworth.
Fensworth. Thank you for your offer, Fensworth.
And with that settled, the two engines went to sleep. The next morning, Fensworth and Lila told Mr. Turner their idea. He was unsure at first, but eventually agreed. The engines both made their way to the yard at Fensworth to do their work. And Fensworth began telling Lila what to do.
Shunting is a hard job, especially when you're dealing with Jake and those scrap trucks. Trucks tend to play tricks on engines, especially if they're new. The best thing to do is to assure them you're the one in charge. Not them. Like this. Be sure not to bump them too hard, or else they'll give you trouble.
That looks like fun. My turn now.
Now you're getting it.
With Fensworth guiding her, Lila gradually got better and better at shunting. And as the day came to a close, Lila had done all the work in the yard with little trouble.
I'm proud of you, Lila. I can't wait for Mr. Turner to hear about this.
Me too. Thank you for helping me.
Of course. I'll be sure to ask him if I can help you again tomorrow.
Oh, that would be wonderful!
It really would. Come on, let's make our way to the sheds.
And both engines happily made their way back to the sheds.